So with ceramic films growing in popularity, both Geoshield and Soakshield reached out to me to show how to tint a windshield safely in 2019. As you can see here, we have a damn near invisible film. This is Geoshield's Pronano ceramic film. So the reason you would want to do something like this is so you can have the benefits of window tinting, everything except the darkness. So this will do a lot of heat rejection, this will block out UV rays, and it's just a real comfortable driving experience. So if you don't want to change the look of your vehicle, but you want all those benefits, that's where you would go with something like this. And then also Soakshield, they are quite famous for their soak ropes and their microfiber dash towels. So everything that you need when you're installing on the inside to protect the interior electronics and stuff, so all that water's going to be running down the dash and it's got to go somewhere. So you want to catch up as much as you can. We're going to go ahead and show you how to do that today. So first thing you're going to want to do is wipe off the windshield. So you want to go over the windshield for defects and stuff like that. So we have this little chip here, and you just want to make sure the customer is at least aware. They could spread. They usually don't, depending on how bad they are. However, you are putting a lot of pressure and heat on the glass when you're tinting it. So if it were to spread, you don't want to be held responsible. Then of course you're going to use your method of choice for prepping your windshield for the film to be shrunk. So we're going to be using the Geoshield Pronano 70%. As you can see, it's damn near clear. You're really not going to be able to tell the difference between this and an untinted windshield until you're sitting in the vehicle. And that's the whole point here. So now that the film is all shrunk, ready to be cut, you definitely want to use a stainless steel blade for cutting on glass itself. I'm cutting on my glass aid here. You can also run a plastic button underneath the film and just kind of drag it along. But the whole point here is whether you cut on the glass or you take it to a glass board off the car, use a low angle, use light pressure, and just take it nice and easy for when you cut around it. This is a Soakshield rope. This will help protect all the electronics at the bottom of the windshield. As all the water and stuff runs down, you definitely want to have something there to catch it. They were nice enough to send me one in my colors, which is sweet. So to set this in, it's real simple, and every windshield's going to be a little bit different. To place this in here at the bottom, you kind of want to just tuck it in a little bit. So I'll take like a bulldozer, or there's a lot of other just long tools that'll kind of just get it to the very bottom. You don't want to jam it too far down and compress it. You just need it to stay spongy. So just get it to nest right in the bottom. There, we're going to take one of their microfiber dash towels. Now they do have brand new ones. I did not get one for this video. I'm actually still running around with one of the original ones. The nicest microfiber towels that I've ever felt, and it's been a champ. I've used it on hundreds of windshields at this point. I like to try and get this real close. Almost use it like another soak rope basically, but since the edge doesn't soak up as much water as a soak rope, you definitely want to run around with both. Just be careful. Still, you have to keep in mind how much water that you're going to spray on the windshield itself, but using Soakshield ropes and dash towels by and large will keep vehicles from having any sort of electrical issues from any moisture that you're spraying on the glass. So now we need to clean our windshield. If you haven't done that already, I always like to clean everything right before installation. So we're gonna use a scrub pad for this. I like to clean it off, go over it with my hand once, see if I missed any like little stickers, adhesive, any grit, that type of stuff. Move everything over from one side to the other. I'll go from middle out, but I'm always trying to like just sweep off my squeegee because I don't want to pick anything up off the side and then leave it in the middle. One bottom swipe. and we should be good to go. There's a couple of ways to install the film. You can either pull the film and carry it in, or you can do what is called reverse rolling, and that's what we're going to be doing here, just because it helps keep everything as organized as possible. It's not as, what I think is clumsy. I really like this reverse rolling method. I'm not the greatest at it. I'm still learning, working on my technique, but I'm a lot better than I used to be. So being that I'm doing this on a car, I try and do this in halves, but like almost like quarters. Not so much the halves anymore. It's just kind of a lot of film to pick up all at once, and then it tends to get folded over on itself. So I like to kind of fold it and then pick it up in half. So now that that's all set, let's roll it up and get to the installing. So what's actually pretty nice about reverse rolling too is that it gives you a minute to kind of relax, because all the film is all wiped up, ready to go. Now, I usually just go ahead and throw it in, but for the sake of the video, let's go ahead and wipe this off. I don't have to worry about my pattern so much right now. It's all rolled up and protected. So we'll give this one last final spray because we're ready to go. And just start unrolling it onto the glass. So I like to get about halfway and then start with my liner. Try and shift it as much into place as you can, but you do have usually a couple things in the way. So this pulls out of here nice and easy. Nice. Love it when they go that smooth. Tuck this underneath. And we're pretty much all settled. I left this tab here. You can definitely cut these out on the outside, but I just like to leave it all together sometimes and then just trim it out real quick as I go to do my install. So there we go. There's that. So let's go ahead and squeegee this sucker out. Where's my squeegee? I found it. Start from the middle out. Or start from the middle and work your way out, I should say. This part is always the most scary because you want this, of course, the whole thing as clean as possible, but 100% everything spick and span in front of the driver's line of sight. If they have to stare at something while they're driving, they're coming back to get a new windshield. So this is all going out real nice. And of course we got that soak shield. You can see all this water kind of dripping down. It's got to go somewhere. So that soak shield's gonna pick all that water up. So when I get real close to the bottom, I'll just kind of take a step back and grab another tool. This is a side swipe. And just kind of finish this off. Cool. So we got one little guy on the side there. Not much as far as touch-up goes. Everything's laying down real well. We'll check it over on the outside. So we just got to touch up this little guy right here. I'm not shrinking it sideways. I'm just putting some heat on it to dry it out. And that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and wipe it off and check it over. Cool. So the windshield's all set. We're just doing cleanup right now. So now I get to pull my soak shield. One thing to note is as you go towards these lower corners, just be careful. It doesn't snag on the film. And then you can wrap all this up together. Look at that. Everything's all nice and clean. From here, it's just a matter of cleaning up all the glass, making sure everything is all set, and then we're all good to go. So we have the windshield all set and tinted. This is in, again, they're 70%. You can't even hardly tell it's on there, but it's great for heat rejection and UV, of course. So big shout out to Geoshield for sending over their film and sponsoring this video, along with Soak Shield. So this is all the water that was caught along the bottom edge, as you saw on the glass while I was tinting it. This is definitely a lifesaver for protecting your electronics and stuff like that. So big shout out to Soak Shield as well for co-sponsoring this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.